A new report by UN Women titled Gender Dimensions of Food Insecurity in Sudan says nearly 78% of women have extremely poor diets and are at risk of heightened malnutrition. CGTN's Robert Nagila interviewed UN Women Regional Director for East and Southern Africa, Anne Mutavati, and began by asking her how the conflict in Sudan has impacted the food security of women and girls.
What we know is women have been seen foraging forests for edible leaves and wild berries to boil and make soup. Pregnant women are at higher risk of being malnourished, and those that are also breastfeeding, because if they don't have anything to eat themselves, they have nothing to pass on to their children, including their unborn children. We've also seen women that they skipping meals now so that their children can eat. And women are eating last and they are eating the least. And in all of this, as they are going about looking for food in the bushes, in the forests, they are also at high risk of either being abducted or sexually abused or raped or taken into captivity and also being killed. So there is no safe space. And these are the gendered impacts.
Now, about 80% of the health facilities in Sudan have been shut or are not functioning as a result of this conflict. Can you take us through some of the risks this poses to women and girls?
So there's nowhere else now to take sick family members. There is nowhere else where they are getting the nutrition support that they need for newborn babies and for pregnant and lactating mothers. We have had first-hand accounts of women delivering on the streets without any help. And what that does is to also increase the risk of maternal mortality.
You say there's mounting evidence that rape has been used as a tool in this war. Can you give us examples of some of this evidence that you're getting?
A few months ago, I was in Sudan. I had the honor of visiting a rescue center where survivors of sexual and gender-based violence that's conflict-related are taken into for shelter and for protection. I met young women, shattered, destroyed. They told me of how when their villages were completely taken over or attacked or run over, how they were targeted, young women and older women, how they were targeted systematically with rape, repeated rape. Some of them left pregnant. There is no place, and here I'm referring also to what has recently happened in Darfur, El Fasher. The systems for protection are completely broken. So where the women who have been violated would ordinarily go to report, those systems don't exist anymore. What we are relying on are the community reports where women who have stayed and formed protection committees amongst themselves. So they are going there to talk about what has happened to them, to seek support, to seek basic social support, psychosocial support. And this is how we are collecting all of this information.
In your opinion, what does the future hold for the Sudanese woman, the Sudanese girl?
The Sudanese women, Sudanese girls are very resilient people. They fought for their country before, and despite what they are going through, they are not broken. So they still have hope, they still have trust that they will have their country back again, but they need our help. And they've told us very clearly, and again here I'm quoting exactly what I heard from them and what we continue to hear from El Fasher, from different parts of Darfur, from our partners that are on the ground. They want this war to stop.
What does UN Women seek? What are you looking for the women and children in Sudan?
What we want is for the humanitarian response. When you are giving out support to the affected communities, remember this war is hitting differently for women and girls, for men and boys. So respond to the needs and respond to the evidence that has been presented of how women are carrying the bulk of this war on their shoulders. And lastly, I think to also call on the international community to say this is the time to act. We cannot afford one more minute of inaction where Sudan is concerned.
And Mutavati, UN Women Regional Director for East and Southern Africa, thank you very much for your time.